Hi, welcome to HomeSense. My name is Janet, and I'm going to guide you on a journey with money and trying to save as much as you can of it. Because as we all know today, things are very, very expensive. Anywhere we can save money in any way, food, shelter, clothing, anything we can do, I'm going to try to help you with. I was lucky to be home for the years my children were going to school. I was able to stay home with them, which was fantastic. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. But like so many others, now I'm back to work full time, and there's just no other options at this point. We just all have to work and make as much money as we can and save it as best we can. My goal a lot of the time is to save money for things that we really want. We have needs, of course, that have to be paid for, but if I can lower the cost of those needs, then I can use that extra money for savings, for our retirement, which is coming closer than we ever imagined. It's coming fast. And also just things we want to do, places we want to go, experiences we want to have. So I'm going to try to guide you with that and help you. I have a few suggestions today that I've thought about that I might be able to help you guys. Some you may know, some you may not. I mean, if you walk away from this just with one that you didn't know before, then I think that that's fantastic and great. Some of them you've probably heard before, but I just want to just put them out there for you and see what you think and tell me, I want your feedback. I want to know if you guys have any ideas. These are things that I've done myself. These are things that people I know have done. None of them are particularly hard. I've watched some videos and some creators talk about things that are really, really difficult, like in terms of just shutting off, streaming services altogether and not having any TV. I mean, if that's going to help you, then of course do it, but that's not what this video is about. I mean, I can do a video in the future for something like that if you'd want, but this is just kind of little day-to-day things that do add up. I mean, they do. I mean, everybody, says, you've all heard stop buying coffee because, out of the house, make it at home. I've done that. I used to stop and get my coffee every morning or afternoon, more the afternoon, actually. I would bring my morning coffee from home, but then the afternoon coffee I would do out at work. But I stopped that because it really does add up. And no, it's not life-changing. It's not going to, make me rich, but if you're talking $5-6 a cup and 5 days a week, you're talking over $30 a week, and that adds up as the month goes on. That could be a decent amount of money used for something else. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna be life-changing, but it's an amount of money that can be used for something else that you really want. And I don't feel like I lost anything by bringing my coffee from home now. For my afternoon, I buy I like iced coffee, so I buy the Starbucks. I'll buy the espresso. I'll add my own creamer to it, and it tastes really good. I'm happy with it. Like, I don't mind it at all. So that's what I take every day, and I know other people that are doing that now. So that's a little suggestion. I mean, if that's your thing and that you look forward to that coffee every day, then if you can do it, don't deprive yourself. I mean, stop and get it every morning. No judgment. I mean, if that's what makes you happy, then do it. So that's one idea. Another idea, I have a list down here that I'm just referring to. Another idea that I do have is in terms of groceries. One thing I can tell you that groceries do go on sale. Sales are cylindrical, with supermarkets and stores, usually every 12 weeks. A product will go on sale. So if you see something that you use a lot and your family uses a lot, then, stock up on it before the next sale, so you have enough to get through for the next time that it comes on sale, and you can, stock up on it again. I mean, obviously, if it's something perishable, something like that, and you really can't stock up on it, then, get as much as you can that you think will, stay, fresh until the next time. So generally they do tend to run every 12 weeks. So I do try to stock up on things so we have them, especially big ticket items like laundry detergent, garbage bags, paper towels. Those things add up so fast, and they're not even part of your actual food budget. You're not eating those things, but you need them to get through, in your house. But I know paper towels, I know some people that have cut back on using paper towels and are using dishcloths more and dish rags. And I try to be aware of that. Like when I'm in the kitchen, I'll wipe my hands on a dish towel instead of reaching for a paper towel like I always did, because it's just easier. But at the end of the day, you probably save, quite a bit of money on paper towels, because they are very expensive. They really are. Another thing is that I know this might be a little controversial, but Walmart is not always the best place for your groceries. I mean, they are the cheapest overall, I feel like, for the most part. But if you look through your circulars, I have my circular here from my supermarket. I look through it, and there are things that are cheaper there when they're on sale than the everyday price of Walmart. And Walmart typically doesn't have a lot of sales, so to speak. They'll do some rollbacks every now and then with things, but for the most part, their prices are their prices, and they're good prices. And if that item that you need isn't on sale at your supermarket or at your stores near you, then by all means get it there. I mean, and there are things that are consistently lower. I know we use a lot of paper plates in my house. I know it's not cost saving at all, but just it works for us, so we use them. And Walmart is by far the cheapest place. Every now and then I might see a sale at my supermarket and pick up some plates, but consistently I get them from Walmart because they are the cheapest. But and they're also being a little more competitive with Dollar Tree now, because Dollar Tree, had gone up to $1.25, and there's their plus section, and they're raising prices. I mean, that's a whole other video. What they're doing now there. But I just, for example, there's these noodles that my son likes, and I bought them in Dollar Tree, and they were $1.25, and then I went to Aldi's the same day, and they were 99 cents. And I was like, wow, like, who thinks that you're going to find something cheaper somewhere else? But they're competitive with Dollar Tree now, some of these stores. Aldi's, Walmart can be competitive, especially with their party favors and their party decorations and stuff. That's, they'll be, even if they're a penny lower, they still technically are lower than Dollar Tree. So I would definitely use Walmart, but be cognizant of the fact that there can be cheaper prices in other stores. And I'm saving money, especially in groceries, is work. I went to 4 different stores last week, and I don't typically do that every week, but sometimes that works out for us, and there's cheaper things and here and there, and we do that. So if you're only going to go to one store, then shop your circular if it's your supermarket, and I shop the sales. What we eat that week is the stuff that's on sale, because it just works works better for me. If it's something we need, it's not on sale, obviously I have to get it, but I try to shop the sales. And that leads me into meal planning also, which is super important, because if you walk into the supermarket without a plan, like I do all the time, but you're just buying, you're like, oh, this looks good, that looks good, and you're just picking all these different things up. But at the end of the day, you get home, and now you have this random group of items, and you're like, well, I could put this with this, but it's just, it's harder. Like, if I sit down and I do a meal plan and I say, okay, we're gonna eat this, 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 and this on these days, and I walk in with a list, it's much easier, because now I have all the ingredients I need for these meals, and we're not ordering out at the last minute, and we're not just eating junk. We have a meal plan in place. Everybody will know that week we're having this on Monday, this on Wednesday, and it's just so much easier. And it does save you a lot of money, because you're buying the items you need for those meals that you need. Another thing that I do also is I do order groceries online. My supermarket here has an order service where they'll do the shopping for you and you pick it up, and it's $5 for every order. So I mean, the $5 to me is worth it in what I save in impulse buys, because if I was walking through the store, I would just be picking up lots of stuff, especially if I go hungry. If you go right after work or something, just horrible. I come home with 3 bags of cookies, and I'm like, well, what are we gonna have for dinner now? But, you know, it's I think that is another option, you know, for saving money is ordering online. Even though you're paying for the service, Walmart offers a service of $99, I believe it is, for a year. Also comes with Paramount Plus and some gas savings that you can get. And they mix it up with their different offers, but the Paramount Plus and the gas savings are consistent. I like using them also because they deliver to my house, and that convenience sometimes to me is just worth it. If we're really busy and we really need some stuff, it's a minimum order of $35, and then after that delivery is free. So I like to do that. You know, we've been doing that a lot the last year. I did join the service last year and I am very happy with it. Their customer service is great. I've had a couple of times where things were missing, or once my yogurt was spoiled, and they are very quick to refund your money and help you, you know, fix the problem any way they can. So that, you know, I do recommend that as well. But again, you know, going back to what I said before, Walmart is not always your best for your prices, but I do consistently get things from them week after week. Another thing, you know, that you might want to think about is borrowing things that you need from a friend, from a neighbor. Sometimes you don't need to, you know, buy everything that you need. If you need, say, something for your backyard, some kind of tool or something, and you know your neighbor has one and you can borrow it from them, you know, and you can lend them something back if they need it one day. Just anything, something around the house. You're having a party, you don't typically have a lot of people, and you need, you know, folding chairs and extra folding tables and stuff like that. Maybe you have a friend or family member that has them and you can borrow them, because for you to go out and buy them, especially if you're not going to use them a lot, is, you know, it's a waste of money. I mean, if you can borrow something that you typically don't use a lot but need for a specific purpose or a specific time, reach out to family and friends. I mean, I'd be happy to lend somebody something if they need it, and hopefully they would, you know, do the same for me if I need something, without, you know, wasting that money or spending that money on something I might not use again or might not use for a long time, or, you know, need again. So that's always another option. I mean, you can always, you know, do something like that. Another thing we've done is that we have switched over our savings. We have an online savings account, and the interest rate wasn't that great, but with a little bit of research, I mean, the interest rates right now are pretty high. You know, you can get a 5% interest rate now on an online savings account. You know, it actually make a little bit of money every month instead of, you know, the 11 cents or, you know, 80 cents or something you're making every month. You make a couple of dollars with that, and, you know, that adds up fast, and that's something, I guess that's a plus side to the high interest rates right now, right? That's something that we could at least gain some interest on our money that we are trying to save. And I think if you know, follow some of these tips and tricks, and I'll have more to come. I'm just getting started. You know, this is kind of just an introduction to myself and what the channel is going to be about. You know, and hopefully, you know, we can discuss all kinds of, we just got, you know, discuss all kinds of things. We just got back from vacation, and I can, you know, definitely do some tips and tricks with you guys on saving money for vacations, because vacations are expensive, but vacations to me are one of the things I would cut corners on something else for, because I think experiences are very important, especially with my children when they were younger growing up. I think they're going to remember the experiences more than what was under the Christmas tree or what they got for their birthday. And, you know, they forget those things, but the experiences they keep forever. So to me, I would rather put money towards experience than things. But again, that's just me. Everybody has their own priorities, their own goals, their own ideas. So, I mean, feel free to use these tips and tricks for anything that you're thinking about that you want to do. So that's it for now. I'll be back again soon. I have some ideas. I have actually a lot of ideas in my head for all kinds of things. So I hope you stay with me. Spring is coming now, so we're going to get outside too. And we'll talk about it soon. All right, so it was nice to see everybody, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I plan on bringing you, you know, really good content, and I'm going to just keep going. So please comment below. Tell me what you thought. Tell me if anything was useful to you, anything you learned today that you didn't know before. I feel like if I watch a video or read an article and I get one thing out of it, then I feel like I learned something. So I hope you did too, and I hope to see you guys again soon. And thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. See you soon. Bye.